Chris Rasco here with Snackbar Games. Nintendo was cool enough to send us over a Nintendo DSi XL a few days early, so I'm going to go ahead and bust this thing out. Go ahead and do a little bit of unboxing here and compare it to the DS, the DSi, and the PSP, so you can get a kind of a scale of how big this thing actually is. If you've seen any of the marketing campaigns, then you know they're kind of going for the fact that it makes everything look kind of small. So the marketing materials here are, ultra tiny, complete with a tiny little business card. So let's get this thing open and take a look. Okay, so we got our quick start guide here. Got the system itself. A little bit different finish than the DSi had, so kind of a change back to this glossy finish that the DS Lite had, and a little bit different material here on the back of the XL. Pull out the stylus. We'll set this box aside. So you can obviously tell it's a much larger system than really any of the other handhelds, even rivaling the PSP in size. The PSP has a pretty large screen, but when you take a look, it's slightly wider than the XL, not quite as tall, but then the XL's got two screens, so it's kind of a different ball game there. But it's definitely a much larger system overall. When you take a look at the take a look at the XL versus the DSi, I mean it's a massive system right here. Looks like all the ports in essence are the same. It's just a supersized version, if you will. So it is truly an XL version of the DSi, which is kind of cool. So you compare it to your PSP, which I always thought was a pretty large device, and it's it is pretty massive. So we'll go ahead and power this thing on. Take a look. It's the first time I'm booting this thing up, so we'll just walk through a little bit of this. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay. So today is now the 26th. It's roughly 1 a.m. Let's see, 1:15 in the morning. Alright, so just drop my name in here. I'm not going to enter a personal message. And I'll throw my birthday in here real quick. Okay, favorite color. Let's go with something bland. Okay, I'm not going to set up any parental controls. So, first reaction to the screens is they are truly huge. I'll pull out my iPhone here in just a second and I'll show you just how big this screen is. If you can see that compared to my iPhone, it is wider and taller than the iPhone. I mean, it's a much larger device, but it is definitely going to be a challenge for some people to carry this thing around. So, one of my main complaints with the DSi was the kind of matte finish that it had on there. It's kind of got that rubbery feel. Kind of almost feels like you're going to scratch that off, whether or not you do over time. Mine's not gotten a lot of wear, so it doesn't look like it's actually been a concern. But I do like the glossy finish on the top of this XL a lot more. Not a huge fan of the burgundy and gold colors that are going to be available at launch. So there you have it. There's a Nintendo DSi XL. And we'll have a full review of this bad boy up on the website in the next couple of days, I'm sure. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks.